everybody to another one of our motoring 3-segment episodes. Tonight, Nita Stadler will be telling us a bit more about her experience with the Mahindra Pik-Up in our first segment, Let's Talk Car of the Week. And thereafter, Ashley Roos will be talking about what to do when water drips from your exhaust system. And lastly, we have our talk of the town, the gorgeous Desiree Smith from Mahindra Menlyn. Let's head straight into our first segment by welcoming Nita Stadler. Hi Nita.
Hi Dee.
Okay, so Nita, thanks for joining us again tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Looking as lovely as always.
Oh, I try.
Okay, so I know you enjoyed yourself with this pickup. Tell us more about it.
Okay, well, Dee, it's a tough and tactical bakkie, I have to say. It's I think it will do well with like a business, a hard-working labor, primary level worker.
Okay.
It's also a 5-seater, so you can transport around workers or even the family if you're quickly going somewhere. It has a strong work ethic to it.
So would that be also perfect for a small business person that wants to use the bin, which is that's what it looks like.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so so Nita, I already knew it was more than able to tackle dirt roads just from its looks, but could you maybe tell our viewers more about its appearance?
Definitely. So it's a very big bakkie, I have to say. At the moment, you got a picture doesn't really do it justice. It doesn't. It just looks like a plain bakkie, but then if you see it in person, you're kind of a bit shocked about its appearance. It's got 16-inch alloys, which isn't that big, but it's got a high ground clearance. It demands to be noticed with contemporary chrome grill inserts.
Okay, a bit of a tongue twister.
A bit of a tongue twister, and it has blaring integrated bonnet scoop into the bonnet to give it like a robust look to it.
Right.
The headlights are daytime running, LED, dual projection, and take me home.
Yes.
And to give it a bit of a more feminine appearance, it's got like a perky, quirky LED eyebrow design to it. I love that, absolutely. It gives it the front a bit of a more feminine feel.
I actually like it. I love. It looks really, really cute. It looks like one of those cute this way for me. It does look like one of those, you know, the movie Cars.
Yes.
Yeah. It looks like one of those nice little cars from that movie. But anyway, what about the inside of the pickup, Nita?
Well, when I got in, it's spacious. I've kind of like swallowed into the seats, I have to say.
Okay. Like that size, right? This doesn't get swallowed into that, but anyway, carry on.
Well, anyway, it has predominantly black interior.
Yeah.
But they added like chrome detailing throughout the cabin, which was really, really nice, I have to say, just to give it a bit more charm. Yeah, like I said, it's very spacious, very spacious. It's a 5-seater. Everyone can fit in the back and nobody will be bumping elbows or stepping on toes.
Yes.
It also has a modern instrument display. And I have to say that because of the height in the seat you're sitting at and the big windows, you can see anything around you, like next to you, in front of you, cars, bicycles, people walking, you see them all. So that's good in terms of safety.
And I absolutely love this, Nita, that you've started doing these test drives, and I'm so glad to be handing over the reins to you because in terms of height, okay, you and I are really on the opposite ends of that. So
I'm not short, I'm average.
Okay, as you always say. It just feels like we have two different approaches to these vehicles, and I just love it now. So in terms of technologies and features, what does it have to offer to potential buyers?
Okay, so it has a 6-inch instrument cluster with Bluetooth, USB, aux, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, the whole thing. In terms of safety, it has side impact collision bars and a collapsible steering wheel. It also has plenty of driving aids like cruise control, climate control, central locking, stop-start functionality, and keyless start.
Okay. And now for the driving experience, which I again always do, and I'm again handing over the reins to you on this one.
Yes.
You had a lot of fun with this one, right?
Oh, I did.
You and AB, who is our production manager here.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you guys were out on the road for quite some time, but maybe you can tell us, without you and AB messing around with the vehicles, well, not really messing around,
just experimenting
with them. Maybe you can tell us a bit about the pickup in terms of
driving.
Yes.
Okay, so it's bucket loads of fun. I have to say, it has a 2.2 liter engine, which produces 103 kilowatts of power and 320 newton meters of torque. That's quite mighty. I have to say, you need it for a big bucket like that, so that's good.
And I know you were very impressed with the 7.9 liters
fuel consumption.
Yeah.
That is, if you look at the size of the vehicle and the engine, that is really, really good. And I think it has to do with the 6-speed manual,
which you keep saying that you are so impressed with, but tell us why.
Because I'm not used to driving 6-speed vehicles.
And that's because your dad drives a 36-speed vehicle, right?
Yeah, my dad is in logistics with the trucks, so from small age I know all about the shifting.
Okay. How's the absorption, shock absorption and all of that?
Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, me and AB did go out searching for potholes. We couldn't really take it on the dirt road and that, so we took it in through the challenges of the urban city.
Okay.
We didn't like that. We went looking for potholes, and it was really good. It had good shock absorption. The suspension is quite supple, so yes, you're swinging a bit in the corners, but when you go through the humps, it's a pleasure.
Oh, that's awesome. So I'd like to say thank you, Nita, again for another review, and I love the fact that you are absolutely enjoying this. So thank you very much. And guys, if you are looking for a Mahindra Pik-Up, you can go to Mahindra BB, who has sponsored this section or the segment of the show. So yes, thank you very much, BB Mahindra. And cut. No, I'm just kidding, folks. We're definitely not done on this one. There's still a lot more in store for you tonight. So now we have Ashley Roos in Let's Talk Tips, and she will be telling us more about what to do when water drips from your exhaust. So keep watching and enjoy. Hey Ash.
Hi Dee.
Thank you so much again for being with us.
Oh, it's always a pleasure, Dee.
Okay, I think you have literally spoken and researched this topic, like literally went so deep into this topic. So with suppliers, so maybe you can go forth and tell us more about this exhaust related topic, please.
Okay, Dee. Okay. So it is normal for most people to get stressed when they notice water dripping from the exhaust system. And in most cases it is normal, and in others it could be one or two components in your vehicle that might need to be replaced or repaired.
Okay, so it's so true, Ash, because personally this never happened to me, okay, but I'm eager to hear more about the causes of water dripping from your exhaust. Please, Ash, tell us more about this. And this is one of the questions that we actually got from one of our followers. Yes.
So I'll be going through the normal and harmless causes for this to happen, starting with condensation. The main and most common reason for any water dripping from your exhaust pipe is due to condensation during early mornings and especially during winter weather. Okay. Your vehicle's internal combustion within the engine produces hydrocarbons
yes.
that are then turned to a much less harmful.
I remember the hydrocarbons and we were chatting about that. I'm like, what? Never heard that word before. Sorry, carry on.
Always learning something new.
Yeah.
So, as I mentioned, eco-friendly and byproducts, which is converted by the catalytic converter in your exhaust system. Okay. The byproducts exist of carbon dioxide and water that causes condensation. The heat and cold air merging will cause this to happen.
And then there's another a normal cause for this, right? So, yeah, what is that?
So, it can also be caused by heat from your engine. Like after turning the keys of your ignition, your engine takes a few minutes for oil to circulate and to get to all of the components within your engine. This circulation creates a lot of heat that then results in hot emissions to travel through your exhaust, creating water droplets emits from your exhaust pipe.
Okay.
This is harmless and only lasts a few minutes. When the cooling system kicks in, it will then eliminate this excessive heat.
Okay, wow. And what about harmful or abnormal causes for water dripping from your exhaust?
So firstly, there are only two scenarios where this can happen, and that is if you witness, white smoke or black smoke escaping from your exhaust. That also, after the black smoke clears, there'll be water dripping from your exhaust.
Okay, so if you notice white smoke releases?
Okay, so if you notice white smoke releases, with water coming from your exhaust system, you should definitely have it looked at by a mechanic.
Okay.
When this happens, it is the result of either faulty pistons, piston rings, a cracked cylinder, a cracked engine block, or a blown head gasket. If this occurs, you shouldn't be driving your vehicle at all. So, it could worsen the whole situation. Have your vehicle towed to a repair shop or have a mechanic come to your location. Don't drive your vehicle any further.
Okay, and then if you notice black smoke coming from your exhaust, then?
Then know that this is also the result of mechanical problems.
Okay.
And it might be due to faulty spark plugs, dirty air filter, or your fuel injectors.
Okay.
The reason the black smoke is being released is that too much fuel is being entered into your engine combustion chambers and that it is not being properly or fully ignited as a result of one of these, components being damaged.
Yes. Ash, thank you so much for this talk tip today. Exhausts are an essential part of our vehicle, and I'm sure our ladies learned something,
That quite commonly occurs.
Yes. And also the thing is, we always say, and ladies, this talk tip is for you. Actually, there are so many guys that say, hey, listen, we didn't know that. So that's awesome. Yeah, I'm so glad that we're bringing these topics and these cool maintenance and after sales topics to our readers. So thank you.
It's a pleasure, Dee. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
And next up, we have our talk of the town, Desiree Smith. Please join us for the following segment. Thank you. And for our final segment of this week's episode, our talk of the town, we have Desiree Smith, who is the used vehicle sales manager at BB Mahindra Menlyn. Desiree is optimistic and masters the resilience to overcome many setbacks. With action, she has great confidence in herself and is a natural problem solver. She has a positive perspective of life, and as the popular saying goes, she always sees the glass as half full. Her motivating and determined nature is the reason why her team at Mahindra views Desiree as a valuable mentor and someone many new sales executives can admire and take guidance from. She believes in helping people reach their full potential, and this attitude towards others is the main reason why she is such an avid supporter and promoter of women empowerment, and thus agreed to join us in studio today. So let's welcome Desiree Smith, and as always, this segment is proudly brought to you by Sariti Solutions. Hey Desiree.
Hi Dash, how are you?
I'm well, and you, and thank you so much.
Thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome. I know it's crazy busy, and you guys are actually now coming back from all of this COVID unsettlement that's happened in the past few months. So you're busy. I understand that. So
Thank you so much.
I really appreciate it. So let's start. Let's start with your journey in motoring. It's been quite a colorful one. Hey.
Yes, it has. So in 2010, I started in the motor industry as a financial and insurance manager trainee.
Okay.
Within 3 months after I started with the company, my superior resigned. So the dealer principal actually took me under his wing, taught me everything I needed to know regarding finance, insurance products, and basically about managing a used vehicle dealership. So he taught me the full dimensions of everything I needed to know, and later our company expanded to earn a Honda franchise and a Nissan franchise as well. So we had 3 branches.
Yes.
I became the financial and insurance manager of all 3 branches while training other ladies to handle each individual branch as well.
Okay.
So that made us travel quite a lot. I traveled to all the branches every week, and being situated mainly in Pretoria, I sat at the Pretoria branch most of the time. Later I became the general manager of all 3 companies.
Wow.
So that was quite a learning curve in my life, and I had to learn the different aspects and overcome obstacles and learn the dimensions of different various franchises along the way. So that definitely helped to creating a successful business in my life.
Okay.
In 2016, I was presented with a great opportunity to own my own dealership. So I opened up Motor Express Menlyn in Atterbury Road in Menlyn, where we had a much smaller second-hand vehicle dealership with a stock holding of about 25 cars. I had an investor that gave me the finances to start up this company, and after about 18 months of the company running successfully, I had luckily paid back all the initial funding.
Right.
In end of 2019, I was presented by BB Motor Group with a position to start as a manager at one of their branches, which I initially weren't so interested in, because I was contemplating why I should give up my own dealership to rather work for somebody else in a group setting. But after consulting my family and obviously praying about it and weighing all the options and having 2 small children at home, I decided to take this opportunity to become part of a big group and rather work for them as a manager.
Yes.
So in January 2020, I started as the manager at BB Mahindra Menlyn for their used department. So yeah, it was a complete different ball game for me to be part of a big group with more than 50 branches, but the opportunities are endless.
Yes,
so I'm very grateful for that opportunity.
Oh wow, that's Desiree, that is such a colorful history in motoring, and I'm sure you have actually taken so many lessons out of this, you know, from the move to being an owner of a dealership to you know, running your own department now, which is yours. So yeah, well done on that. Tell me, let's talk about, you know, often we meet so many different types of people. What is your one pet peeve in, not just people, but something that you just dislike?
Dash, I would definitely call that entitlement.
Okay.
I cannot comprehend that anyone can feel that they deserve anything that they have not worked for or earned in life.
Right.
And unfortunately, we can see quite a lot of that in today's day and age.
Yes. And you walked in here with so much of energy. So I'd like to know what motivates you.
Well, the goal to succeed, firstly, and growing in my business.
Right.
Even though it might not be my business on paper, BB Mahindra used is my baby, and it's my responsibility, and it's my department, it's my pride. I've got so many goals that I've set for myself that I need to achieve with that. Customer satisfaction and service excellence is what drives and motivates me. And then, of course, my family. Being a wife and a mother of 2, I have to make all the hours and the weekends away from family worth it to at least have a successful career.
Yes. And what advice would you, you know, give to young girls that would like to be in this male-dominated field?
Work hard, earn your place, earn your respect. Give your all every day, and know that the reward is worth it. Never stand back because you are female. Instead, that should make you push harder and push more, because the only thing holding you back is you've got to push and work 3 times harder to be seen as an equal in a male-dominant industry.
Okay, and then I often ask the question to my guest, who do you look up to, or who's your idol within the motoring industry? But I'd want to ask you, who motivates you? Who is your idol personally?
My personal idol is not in the motor industry, but it is definitely my dad.
Okay.
I know this might sound cliche, but ultimately my dad taught me that nothing in life comes for free.
Okay.
You have to earn everything in life. You've got to earn respect. You've got to earn loyalty. You've got to earn your place in life. And family is very important, and one needs to be able to provide for that family regardless of the curveballs that life throws your way. He taught me to always be grounded, stay humble, keep your knees on the ground and your eyes set on the Heavenly Father, and you will be successful.
Wow, that I love that. It's really amazing. The Heavenly Father, yes, definitely. God is definitely one of, God is the reason I wake up every morning. He's the reason for my every season. So I definitely, I agree with you. I agree with your dad.
Thank you.
Okay, so how do you feel about the mental state, especially now during all of this COVID and all of the trauma that people are facing in terms of their illness and isolation and losing people? How can women improve their days in terms of staying motivated?
Well, firstly, I need to say that women are superheroes. They are generally expected to do so much. They have many different job titles, even though it might not be on paper or in script. But they are an employee at the workplace. They are a carer. They are a teacher, a cook, a cleaner, and a therapist. They must try to do all of that while still looking good.
Yes.
While trying to achieve all these jobs and trying to manage it all. Women can easily get overwhelmed with the stress and the pressure that life puts on their shoulders. It is important for women to personally find something that can just make them relax, make them calm down, spend some alone time, something that they enjoy, like a hobby or relaxation therapy, a visit to the salon, anything that just makes them stress-free, just get some stress-free time. Most importantly, always remember that you are not alone. You're not alone in your industry. You're not alone in your work. You're not alone with the stress that you've got. Remember why you are in the industry that you are in. Remember your passions, and then that should motivate and drive you.
I want to ask you, this is a bit of a sensitive question. But, okay, let me just rephrase this then. How would you encourage women to support each other?
Okay, so this is a very common saying that women don't support each other, but you also get men that don't support women. So you've already got that extra on yourself to not have support. So I would encourage women to support each other more, to lean on each other, to guide each other, to lift each other up, because ultimately if we all work together and we stand together and we help each other, it's much easier to get by without breaking each other down. Especially in a male-dominant industry, we can achieve so much more if we actually just build each other up and not break each other down. We can motivate each other, and we will get much further.
What quotes do you live by? Is there any favorite quote that you have?
Well, I would say, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade.
Wait, hold on. Can we do the tequila rather?
Rather tequila.
Okay.
Make tequila with lemons. There we go.
Okay.
Regardless of the situation and the challenges that life brings your ways, there are always people that are worse off. There are always people that are in a worse situation or have something that is harder than you're going through. And with that being said, having a positive mindset will change any situation around. You can change a situation from a speed bump to a stepping stone, as long as you are positive and you remain excited about life, because then there's so much more to look forward to.
Yes. And you're such a vibrant person, and I noticed that when you walked in here. So vibrant and so calm as well. Vibrant, but also calm and so in charge. So tell me, one day, very, very long from now, hopefully, how would you like people to remember you?
Well, personal life is different, obviously, from professional life, but I want to be an inspiration for others.
Yes.
I want my kids to know that a positive mindset can get you very far, and that works for work as well as personal.
Yes.
I want people to know that with positivity, anything is possible. Hard work, positivity can encourage change in life.
Yes.
By being positive daily and having ambition, you can achieve any and every goal possible.
Okay, and lastly, I think, so unless you want to add, I can sit here listening to you talk all day, okay? But what's the greatest lesson that you could possibly pass on to people watching this interview, be it men or women?
Work hard, be honest, and forgive. Always forgive and forget, because in life everyone evolves and everybody changes. So something that might have bothered you 10 years ago will not have such an effect on your life now. So do what you have to move on, and don't let it eat you up, because it might still bother you, but the person that you are mad at, it might not affect them at all. So you are making yourself sick for something that has no effect on anybody else. So be positive, be nice, work hard, be strict when needs to be in order to achieve your goals and get where you need to be. But ultimately be a person that others would want to help and others would want to work with.
Yes. Thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate you. I hope to have you back, maybe with some sales manager tips, okay, for our upcoming sales managers. So thank you so much for taking out your time.
Thank you for you. Thanks, Dash.
You're welcome. And that, for us, is the end of yet another episode. Viewers, thank you so much for your support and following us once again. Also, please remember to follow us on our social media platforms. And don't forget, we have thousands of vehicles on sale to choose from countrywide on our vehicle listing page at www.womantalk.co.za. And remember, viewers, we only advertise for bank accredited dealerships. Ladies, the secret to woman empowerment is woman. One of my personal quotes is that if you are in a position of power, use that power to empower. That's by Desh Bechin, just by the way. I believe that every woman should take the time to mentor, guide, and uplift another woman. There is no I in team, and together women can go further and achieve the unbelievable within the motoring trade. Our biggest passion and cause here at MWOT, powered by MFC, a division of Nedbank, and Talk the Talk, powered by Sariti Solutions, is to empower women. By doing so, we have realized that it doesn't take much to inspire a woman. A small gesture, a few words of encouragement, and a bit of support goes a long way. And ladies, remember that the question should never be who's going to let me, it should always be who's going to stop me.